What's up, good people, ladies and gentlemen? What's happening YouTube? My name is Kafuri FX. I am a full-time Forex trader. And guys, thank you very much for the support. Guys, we are at 23,000 subscribers. Amazing, 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 amazing. That is a very good job. A very good job. You guys have done it. You have outdid yourselves, because I had promised you guys, if you get to 20,000 subscribers, I will provide lesson 2 on Forex. And of course, this is what we are doing right now. This is what we are doing today on this lesson. This is lesson 2. And today we'll be looking on how to use Metatrader 4. Okay. Basically, when you go down to Metatrader 4, we'll check on how to open charts, how to open and close trades, how to use stop loss, how to use take profit, how to navigate through time frames, and also we'll check on how to add indicators on the charts, the main chart, the indicator window. Of course, we'll look at that. And lastly, we'll also look at some of the tools that are used to make a small market analysis before we get from the phone. Okay, today we'll be looking at the phone because I know most of the people have phones. I know there are people that do not have laptops, and I said in my lesson 1, you can use a gadget that is a phone. You can use a tablet, you can use a desktop, you can use a laptop. Okay, there's no harm. And before I forget, as you can see, okay, as you can see, guys, this is so good, huh? So, and about before I even talk about the broker, my broker, I have a giveaway. Okay, so I will just need 5 people to open accounts. Okay, I will provide the link below here, a pinned link. I'll pin it there on how to open an account. In my previous video, we talked about how to open an account. So right now, I know people are very fantastic. I know people know how to open accounts. Okay, so the link is right here. So just use the link and create an account. Choose executive account. Choose swap free account, and deposit at least, okay, at least $100. Amazing, right? At least $100. And after you have done, of course, my number is also down here. We will communicate only on Telegram. I'm never on WhatsApp, guys. Please, please, please. And again, let me remind you guys, be watchful, be careful out there. I am not on WhatsApp. Okay, there's no number that I've provided to have any communication with my clients on WhatsApp. I've only provided a number on Telegram only. Telegram only. And if you will not find me on Telegram, you can find me on my Instagram, that is Kafuri FX. Okay, now back to the broker. The broker is FX Pesa. FX Pesa is Kenya's #1 Forex broker. Amazing, right? So this is the broker that I'm using. I've been working in the broker for the past about 1 year, because I've been trading for 1 year, 9 months down the line. I started trading back in November 2020 during the first COVID-19 lockdown. So guys, so today, on my part, I'll be using an iPhone to display how to use Metatrader 4. But if you're using an Android, please don't panic. There's no much differences. The only difference is the sections that you're supposed to input your stop loss and take profit. And of course, I will capture that using an Android too. Okay, so everyone will be catered for, so don't worry. So pick your pen, pick your notebook, and let's start with the lesson. So ladies and gentlemen, let's kick off to lesson number 2. Of course, lesson number 2 is about how to place trades, how to use Metatrader 4. Okay, so you will be seeing this video section somewhere here on my bottom right, and then you'll be seeing the other activities on Metatrader 4 on your entire screen. So sometimes bear with me, sometimes you'll have it cropped, sometimes you'll have it slanting like this, so it's not a problem, but I'll be audible enough for everyone to listen. And if you want to take some notes, of course you can do that, because I'll be tackling some of Forex commodities that we are supposed to trade. So let's get started. So now in this section that you're seeing, this is where we have our Forex commodities. Okay, this section is called quotes. So from these quotes, they are divided into 5. So let's kick off. So number 1, Number one, we have the Forex currency pairs, from the word pairs. So of course we have two currencies, one currency, another currency, one currency, another currency, to make them a pair. Okay, and they're grouped into three. So number one, we have the Forex major currency pairs. Forex major currency pairs. That is the group number one. And number two, we have the Forex minor currency pairs. Forex minor currency pairs. Number two under Forex currency pairs. And then number three, we have exotics. So the Forex major currency pairs have the USD pair, the dollar pair, USD. So regardless if it will come first or second, okay, the Forex major pairs, we have USD. Okay, so now definitely the Forex miners do not have USD pair. Are we together? And then the last one is the exotics. So exotics, they are basically the upcoming commodities, those that are upcoming, more especially the third world war countries, sorry. And they are, most of the time you'll get them with the abbreviation of NOK or SEK currency pair. They are not traded so much, and for that reason they did not have a lot of liquidity and did not pay so much compared to the Forex majors and the Forex miners. In my screen, you can see I have GBP USD. This is the pound and the dollar. Okay, British pound and dollar. So of course GBP USD is a major pair. Okay, we also have Euro USD, European dollar, and the American dollar. So that's a major pair. We have AUD USD, Australian dollar, and the US dollar. So of course that is a major pair. We also have USD CAD. Now you can see USD pair is now beginning. Okay, now if I have GBP USD, I have the first pair and the second pair. So always the pair that comes first is called the base currency, and the pair that comes second is called the quote currency. Okay, base currency, quote currency, base currency, quote currency, all the time. And then also we also have USD CHF. USD CHF is the US dollar and Swiss franc. That of course that is a major pair. We also have AUD CHF. Now this is a minor pair. This is Australian dollar and Swiss franc. We also have NZD USD. So this is a major pair because it has USD. We also have CAD CHF. CAD CHF is a minor pair because that is Canadian dollar and Swiss franc. And then lastly we have Euro CHF. That is the European dollar and Swiss franc. That is a minor pair. Fantastic. So that is group number one. So group number two, guys, now we have stock indices. Okay, now you guys, I want you people to take note of the difference between the indices that we trade in Forex and the indices that are traded in binary. For me personally, I do not trade binary, and to be honest, I do not know anything about binary. Absolutely nothing. I am clueless, because if you compare binary and Forex, Forex can be studied. You cannot study binary. Okay? So for that reason, I am not in any interest doing binary. I don't know anything about binary. So in case of any question, ask me about Forex related questions only. Okay? So the stock indices, they are things that we use daily, and you'll see that as we break them down. So group number one in the stock indices is NAS 100, NAS 100. And now, NAS 100 has so many names. Okay, you'll have it being known as UT 100 roll. You'll also see it being known as US 100. You'll also see it being known as ND. You'll also see it being known as ND 100. You'll also see it being known as USTEC. Okay, you also see it known as US 100, or also Nasdaq. Okay, that is the same. It's the same thing. It's just that it has so many names, synonyms. And then number two, we have US 30. US 30 is also called US 30 roll. It's also called WS. WS stands for Wall Street, and it is also called DJ. DJ. DJ means Dow Jones, and it is also called that is US 30. And also we also have a German 30. German 30. 30. 30. Like they had said, number one, NAS 100, that 100, 100, US 30, US 30. Now we also have German 30. You can abbreviate it as a GER 30, German 30. And of course, it also has several names. It is also called DE 30 roll. It is also called DE 30. It is also called DEX 30. That is DAX 30. Yeah. And then the last one we have is US 500. US 500 is also known as SPX 500. Now, let me explain a bit why we are giving them these numbers. So now, the indices, so basically these are stock companies that have come together to form a commodity to be traded. Like for example, NAS 100. NAS 100 has 100 companies coming together to form a pair to be traded in the Forex market. US 30 has 30 companies, 30 stock companies coming together to form an index to be traded in the Forex market, as well as US 500. For instance, we can list a few commodities or a few companies that we have in NAS 100. We have things that we are using right now. Right now we are using Google. We have Google there. We have Tesla. We have Facebook. We have Twitter. We have Boeing. Okay. In US 30 we have Adidas. It is there. And Cisco system companies, they are there. And something else that is used commonly is Apple iPhone. Okay, so these stock indices have come together to form a commodity to be traded in the Forex market. And for that matter, we are talking about companies that are very wealthy, so we'll have these pairs being very, very extra volatile. Okay, extra volatile. So when I say volatile, I mean that the price change is very, very, very vibrant, very fast, very strong. And if you're using a small account basically is any account that is below $100. Please do not trade these indices because they can blow your account within a very short time. And blowing your account means you're losing all your money. Remember, guys, we are dealing with margin products in Forex, and they are leveraged. Okay, and you can lose your money. And for that purpose, I had provided a risk disclaimer. So this video is purposely for educational purposes only. It is not an advisory video on your finances. Okay, so just let us just learn. Then number 3, so we have tackled number 1 and number 2, and so number 3 we have metals. So metals, we have 2 that are commonly traded, and the first one is gold and the second one is silver. But in Metatrader 4, you'll find them being abbreviated as, gold will be abbreviated as XAUUSD, and then for silver will be abbreviated as XAG
current state
USD
at this current price action over here.
Sorry about that. Okay, let's go on. Now I know now people are getting a little bit confused because now we have USD in these metals. No, they are not currency pairs because they are metals. So we have metals against currency pair, that is XAU USD. So we are going to add XAU USD. So in the case that you have your Metatrader 4 looking like this and you not have a certain commodity here, so this is how you add it. So you come to this point, you press the plus sign on your top right, sorry. Okay, tap on it and then search. So go to search and then search XAU USD. So that is XAU USD, and then I'll add it, and then I go back, I'll find it at the bottom. Okay, the reason is why they are not running is because my phone is on flight mode, but I'll be navigating flight mode and not flight mode, and the normal mode to avoid notifications for the purpose of making this video. And then I'm also going to add XAG USD. This is silver, of course it is there, and it has come down here. Okay, now we are going to add the indices one by one. Okay, let us follow through. So I tap on my plus sign, and then I'm going to search for NAS 100. We said NAS 100 has several names, and with our broker FX Pesa, NAS 100 is known as UT100 roll. So I'm just going to search 100 and it is okay. I've added it, and then I'm also going to add US30. Okay, US30 is here. We have DE30 roll, that is German 30, and then you also have US30 roll. I've also added it to the commodities, that is the section of course. Then lastly, I'm going to also add US 500. So I'm just going to search 500, and here it is, US 500. I've also told you guys it is also known as SPX 500. It's the same thing. I've also added it. So now we are looking like this. We have looked at currency pairs on top, that is the major currency pairs, the minor currency pairs, and also the exotics. And now we have looked at the metals, two of them, that is gold and silver. We have them. And then we have also looked at 4 indices, stock indices: NAS 100, German 30, US 30, and US 500. Fantastic. Now let's go to the next category. So the next category is about agricultural products and natural gas. Of course, agriculture. So for example, in agricultural products, we'll have tea, we'll also have cotton, we'll also have cocoa. So you can actually trade even sugar. So now, you guys, I know you have heard about buying and selling of shares in different bureaus. So now we also do that in the Forex market, but now we are doing it globally. We can buy shares from sugar, but in the Forex market way, through buying and selling, through prediction of whether the price will go up or the price will go down. We look at that in the charts. Okay, so I'm going to add a few of them, like let's say let us add sugar. So I'm just going to turn off my flight mode so that I can you see the notifications are coming in. You'll forgive me. This is, we are going to add coffee. There we go, we have coffee. It's down here at the bottom. Okay, and then on the part where we are talking about natural gas, we have oil, and U oil in the MEMT4 is abbreviated as US oil. So I'm also going to add it. I search oil, and of course here it is, US oil roll. I tap on it, and then I go back to my quotes. It is here at the bottom. Okay, fantastic. Then the last one, so I'm going to switch on my flight mode. So the last one is now guys, we have talked about stock indices being with companies that are coming together to form a commodity to be traded in the market. Now the last group is called derivatives stroke futures. It is now these companies. Okay, now you can trade them individually. For example, you can trade Netflix, you can trade Tesla, you can trade Apple, okay, individually. You can trade Boeing, okay, and right now, even with our broker FX Pesa, you can trade Safaricom, you can trade EABL. Amazing, right? Yeah. So I'm going to add them. Let me turn off my flight mode, and then I'm going to look for Tesla. Okay, you seen it, guys? Then I'll add it, and then I'm also going to add Netflix. Netflix is right there. Okay, let us look for EABL. See if you see EABL, East Africa Breweries. You can trade them, and then I'll scroll down, and then I'll find them at the bottom. Fantastic, right? Now let me explain why they are called futures. They are called futures because they have expiry dates. Because they are companies that are operating. These companies now will open a certain period of time that guys now can buy or sell shares with that speculated period of time. After the period is over, they will close down. Okay, and you have running orders, whether they're in profits or in loss, they will automatically be closed down. Okay, and now let us go down on how to enter trades. I guess now we are good. You know what we trade in the Forex market. The 5 groups. So we have said the first group is the Forex currency pairs. we have talked about the stock indices, we have talked about the metals, we have talked about agricultural commodities and natural gas, that is the US oil, and then the last one we have talked about derivatives and futures. Fantastic. Now let's go to the next part in our MT4. Now let's say, for example, today we want to trade a pair like gold. That gold is XAU USD. I'm going to use gold for the purposes of demonstration, because gold as well as XAG USD, that it's in the group of metals, they are also very volatile, and of course I will advise people or small investors to avoid these pairs. Okay, they are risky pairs. So you're supposed to have enough equity in your account, that is enough capital in your account to all drawdowns in case you are running losses. So now let's get down to it immediately. So I'm going to turn off my flight mode. You'd forgive me because of notifications. So this is what you do. So you come to this pair. Now let's say we want to trade XAU USD. So I'll go straight to XAU USD and then I'll tap on it and then I'll go to trade. The people that are using Android, you'll see new order. Okay, you'll also see open chart and then other two details down below. So now focus on new order and open chart. Those that we are using iPhone, you'll see trade. It's the same as new order. So let's go to trade, and then now we are at this page. Okay, so now I'm going to give you guys a brief explanation or description of what all these things in this page mean. Okay, so I'm going to turn on my flight mode. Okay, so now we have XAU USD. It's displayed like this, and we can see below it we have market execution. Okay, now this takes us to the next topic. You can write a topic, types of orders. Okay, so the number one type of order is market execution, the one that you can see it displayed, the first one. Most of the time you can have it written as market execution or instant execution. It's the same thing. Okay, and then the other types of orders, you'll see them if you tap on top of market execution, just a small tap, you'll see them. We have buy limit, we have sell limit, we have buy stop, and we have sell stop. So now these four of them, they are called pending orders. So you can have a small topic, pending orders, then you list them down: buy limit, sell limit, buy stop, and sell stop. Four of them. Now let's talk about them. If I'm using market execution, it means if I place a trade, it will start running immediately at the current market price. Okay, I'm saying if I use market execution to place a trade, whether a buy or a sell, the trade will start running immediately at the current market price. Now, number two, pending orders. Now, from the word pending, this order will not start running immediately. Okay, it will be in another section called orders, and it will run when the market price reaches the price that you have set this order, whether a limit or a stop. Now let's do that. So now I'll come to this point. We want to practice you could allow me to talk about one or two more things in this part before we go on. Okay, so we are at XAUSD. Tap on XAUSD, go to either trade or new order, depending on the type of phone you're using. So now we also have another section. I'll come back to this as we are placing the trades practically. Okay, then now we also have a series of numbers starting from negative 0.1. We have negative 0.01. We have the central part, which is in black for every phone. We also have positive 0.01, and then we also have positive 0.1. So this section, you set your lot size, LOT size, which is very important. Now this in Forex, this is what we call using proper risk management, and it is always advised that you risk only 2% of your account. If you want to exceed how much you're risking, please don't go beyond 10%. Okay, we have types of traders that usually risk 100% of the account. Okay, this going it is known as going full margin, and it is very risky because if a small drawdown happens, you're at a risk of losing the whole of your funds. That is called now blowing account, and we would not want anyone to lose their funds. We want people to trade with a plan, okay? Because forex is a business like any other. You can get profit and you can get losses, but we want to be on the winning side. We want to have more profits. So now, if I use a lot size of 0.01, it means that I have a different account size with someone who using a lot size of 1.00. We'll see that practically. So now, for example, we are going to place two trades. Okay, for the first trade I'll use 0.01, and then for the second one I'll use 1.00. Okay, observe this. So I'm going to quickly turn off my flight mode, and then we are placing buys. Okay, just buys, both of them. As you can see, my lot size is there, 0.01 is set. Then I'm going to place a buy. Okay, it has come to this section. We have not talked about this section, I know. We'll talk about it. So as you can see, my trade is in a loss of negative 0.12, 0.06, 0.02, a small loss dollars. Now I'm going back on the same pair, that is XAUSD, trade on, tap on it, go to trade, and then I'm going to add the lot size. Now I'm going to set it to 1.00, 1.00. The reason is why I'm using gold for the purpose of this lesson is because gold will move fast. So when you get to talking about stop loss and take profit, either of them can be hit immediately or within a short time of period. So I'm going to place the same position, a buy, but with a lot size of 1.0. So observe this, guys. Then I say done. As you can see, I have my two orders. One has 0.001. It has a very small loss of negative $0.23. That is less than 1 bob, 1 Kenyan shilling. But now I have another one which is with a lot size of 1.00, and it has a very big loss of negative $25. So this is about 2,000 Kenyan shillings to 3,000 Kenyan shillings, and that is a lot of money. So meaning, if you had an account that earned $50 and then you placed a trade with 1.00 lot size on this specific commodity, your account cannot hold. Of course, it will say not enough money. Let's do this practically. So I'm going to add another trade on gold. I'm going to add another trade on gold, and then I go to trade. Now I'm using a very extra big lot size, which is lot size of 100. Okay, 100. It is a buy. Observe what will happen. It will say not enough money. Okay, so in the times that you have used a certain lot size and the broker tells you you have not enough money in your account to place this trade, it means, okay, it means that the lot size that you are using has exceeded the amount or the capital that you have in your account at the moment. So you're supposed to reduce the lot size that you are using. Okay, are we together? Because if you use any lot size that is below 100 lot size, that is about a lot size of 2 can place, but the account will be at high risk of blowing. So you're supposed to use a small lot size, and for this reason, if I use a small lot size and then I get a loss, okay, now we have 0.6 profit, and I also have $61. If I use a small lot size and then I incur a loss, I will be in a position to now take the loss, accept the loss, and then in my account I'll be having more funds to trade next time to recover the loss. Okay, instead of using a big loss size and then I'll blow the account and then I go back to my pockets to fund the account again. Okay, are we together? Fantastic. So I'm going to close these orders. So if you want to close an order that is running, you come to the order, then you long press on the order, then you say close. So now that has closed with a loss, of course. And for this one, there's also another method of closing. Now the position is in profits. As you can see, it is in blue. Okay, right now it is in profits. Now if I want to close this order, I have two methods. I can come on this order and then I'll long press it and then I'll go to close. And I can also swipe with my finger towards the left side like this, and then I'll go to the first icon, the one that has a circle and a tick in between. This is the same for every phone. And then I'll talk about the other we also have the pen icon, the crossbar icon, and also have the graph icon. We'll talk about them. Sorry about the notification, guys, but I guess my audio is audible enough. Okay, so I'm going to close this order now using the second method. The first method you have said you long press on the order, then you go to close. So the second method is you swipe towards the left side, and then I go to the tick, and then I close with loss, negative $25. If I could be closing this order in profit, it could have told me close with profit of like $30, $10, $4, or wherever the value. Now, as you can see, we're having a lot of fluctuations because at one time the position was in profits, and at another time the position is in loss. For this reason, the forex market is never stagnant. Okay, during the working hours, that is Monday to Friday, okay, the market will be moving. It never stops. We'll see why it never stops at the charts. That is where we're going next. Okay, I hope you are together. So now I'm going to close this order so we can go to the next section. So after I close these orders, I've taken a loss. Because my balance was $3,000. It has been deducted with this loss. Now this loss goes to this part. The next part, written history. So let's go to history. So in this part, you will see all the deposits that you have made, all the withdrawals that you have made, and all the trades that you have made. Okay, right now my profit is negative $45.15. Of course, that's a loss. I've incurred a loss. My deposit was $3,000, and then the balance is $29.53. Now in this part, you can make an assessment if you're making profit or you're making loss, or you need to do something, or if you're making withdrawals, you can see them from this section. Okay, now let's go back to this part where we were saying how to place orders. So you come in this part. Now let's use another commodity like Euro USD. So I'll tap on Euro USD, then I'll go to trade. Okay, so it is looking like this now. So let me put my loss size at 0.01. Okay, now in this other part we also have stop loss. Let me switch off. Allow me to switch on my flight mode. Okay, now in this part we can see stop loss and take profit. Okay, now this is how you use it. It's going to be a little more complex right now. Stop loss is used when you have placed a trade but the market is going against you. Let's say, for example, you have placed a buy order but the market is selling. Okay, it means it is your money from the capital that is going into loss, and you do not want to risk to lose all of it, so you lose a stop loss order. Okay, and then take profit is used as a target. We will see that in details. So let's say you have placed your profit, you have placed a buy, and the market is going to your desired direction or anticipated direction. It means that you're accumulating more and more profits. So now you will use take profit value for the trade to come, or for the market price to approach your take profit value where it is set, and it gets there, the trade will be closed automatically. So now we use stop loss and take profit to exit the market automatically. You don't have to be there. You have seen me closing a trade manually. So now when you're using a stop loss value or you're using a take profit value, you don't have to close them manually, because you're giving an order to the forex market, that is the broker, together with the MT4, to close the value or to close the position for you, and this market price gets to your stop loss value price. So let's do this. Now before you go to it, I'll finish on this section. Now if you're selling And if you're selling a commodity, you will press sell, and if you're buying, you will press buy. So now let's see what you're buying and what you're selling. So we'll go to the next part, which is the chart here. So it is looking like this. Okay, I hope you're together. So in this section, we are seeing some kind of sticks, the blue ones and the red ones. So these are called candlesticks. So for a buy candlestick, it's usually in these colors. A buy candlestick usually in blue or white. Blue or white, whichever the color. You can use either of the colors. For a sell candlestick, usually in red or black. Okay, red or black. For a buy candlestick, you have said that usually in blue or white. Also, you can get it in green. Okay, that is what most of our forex traders use. For a buy candlestick, you have it in blue, white, or green. A sell candlestick, you'll have it as red or black. Okay. Now, when we say the market is buying, we have two lines here, a blue line and a red line. So these lines are called bid line and ask line. And as you can see from my screen, there is a small gap between the two of them. So this gap is called spreads. Okay, spreads is known as the cost of trading. Okay, cost of trading. So if I place my buy order, there is a position that it will start running from, and if I place my sell order, there's a position that it will start running from, depending on the ask line and the bid line lines here, the ones that you're seeing, the blue line. And so now when I want to know where the market is at the current market price, I just come and open any of the charts, and of course now we have GBP USD. So the current market price is at 1.20998. That is the current market price. Okay, if I place a buy order or a sell order, it will start at the current market price if I'm using market execution or instant execution. Okay, now I'm going to give a brief explanation now using just buy orders. Okay, we are using buy orders today. Okay, now this is how it looks like. Now let us look at how you can use your stop loss value and your take profit value. Now if you're buying, you're expecting the market price to go up. Okay, and if you are selling, you're expecting the current market price to go down. For example, if I tap on my screen, there's a section that you're seeing on this side, starting from M1, M5, M15, M30. We also have 1 hour, 4 hours, 1 day, 1 week, and monthly. So these are called time frames. At the moment, my time frame is H1. You can see on my top left, we have GBP USD, H1. So it means it has taken 1 hour for each and every candlestick that you are seeing on my screen to be formed. If I go to 4 hours, it will be meaning that for each and every candlestick, it has taken it 4 hours to be formed. If I go to 1 week, it will be the same. It has taken 1 week, okay, for this candlestick to be formed. Now, it does not mean if I set my time frame at 1 hour, the trade that I have, it will take 1 hour to be formed. Okay, or to be completed. It does not mean that the trade will take 1 hour. Or people or traders might think because my time frame is at 1 hour and now I've placed a trade, it will run for 1 hour. No. A trade can run for a day, it can run for minutes, it can run for days, it can run for weeks, it can run for months, and it can run for years. Okay? There is no specific time for a trade to run. It can run forever. Okay? Depending on whether the trade is in profits or it is in losses, you as a trader, you will decide where to place your stop loss value or you to place your stop loss value. So again, in different market conditions, a stop loss value can be hit within 5 minutes, or it can be hit within 10 minutes, it can be hit within 30 minutes, it can be hit within 1 hour, 2 hours, or weeks, or days. It depends. As well as a stop loss value, it can take 5 minutes to be hit, it can take 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours. Okay, because the market conditions are changing each now and then. Okay, now let's look again at this my screen. Now I'm going to show you guys where to place your take profit value and your stop loss value depending on whether you have a buy or a sell. So if I tap on, now for the people that are using Android, if you tap on your screen here on the charts, you will see a circle. Okay, starting from M1, M5, M15, M30, going all around to monthly. So you can navigate through those time frames. Okay, and again, we can have in times that we have the 4 hour time frame. You can see the market is selling, but if you go down to 5 minutes, 15 minutes, you'll find that the market is buying. That is very okay. It happens to the market. You can do different analysis depending on the time frame that you want to use. Okay, people can trade within the 15 minutes time frame. You can also find another person trading within the 1 week time frame, but mostly for me, I use 1 hour, 4 hours, 1 day, 1 week, because I can hold trades for 2 days, I can hold trades for a week, I can hold trades for a month. Okay, the longest time I've held a trade is for 1 month, one and a half month. Okay, now turn off my flight mode. We will have a lot of notifications coming, but forgive me for that. And then I'll go to objects. Okay, I'll go to objects, and then I'll use this horizontal line. I'll have one there on top, and also I'll have another one here down below, like that. Okay, so now the current market price is 1.21089. So if I'm placing a buy order, let's do that at the market execution, and then I just place a buy. As simple as that. So right now the position is in losses because the current market price is below. Okay, now the position is in profits. Okay, we're in blue because the current market price is above my entry because it is a buy order. Now in my chart you can see where I have the first line which is on top and the other one which is below. So the first one, the value is 1.21569. So that is where my take profit value will be. And then the one that is below, it is 1.20305. So that is where my stop loss value will be. So if this trade goes in my favor, if it goes up, it will come to this value, which is 1.21569. That is where I'll set my, I haven't set it yet. I'm just using the horizontal lines for demonstration. Okay. And if the trade goes against me, I'll have my stop loss value at 1.20305. Okay. So let's do this. So for the first one, I love my take profit value as 1.21569. Okay. So let me take a book and a pen so we can do this. Okay. So I have my stop loss value will be at 1.20305, and then my take profit value will be at 1.21569 for this buy. Okay, so now I'll come back to GBPSD, I'll tap on it, and then I'll go to trade. My stop loss value is 1.21. We can do this together. 1.20305. That is my stop loss value, and then my take profit value will be 1.21569. Now, for the people that were using Android, you can see there's a section in this section that we are, one on the left side and one on the right side. The one that is on the left side is underlined with a red line. So input the stop loss value there, always on the left. And then on the right side, we have another one that is underlined with a green line. Okay, now you input your take profit value right there. Stop loss left, take profit right. Stop loss left, take profit right. Sorry. Then we are buying, so I'll go and play and press buy, and then it is done. So now if I go back to the chart, if I want to go to the chart, I slide towards my left side and then press chart. Okay, as you can see, my two orders are piling on top of each other. I have my take profit value on top, and I also have my stop loss value on top. Fantastic. So if this value, if this price, or if this order goes up in favor of my direction and comes to take profit value, it will be hit. Okay. And if now it will go against me, it will come down towards the stop loss value, and of course I'll be running on a loss and it will be hit. So if it goes up towards the take profit value, it will be closed automatically with the profit at that moment. And if it goes down towards my stop loss value and the stop loss value is hit, it will be closed down with the stop loss automatically with the loss accrued at that moment. Okay, good. Now we talked about closing the trades manually, and also now we have seen how to use the stop loss value, the take profit value order, how to input them, and also now we are remaining with one thing. Now if you have a trade that is running like this, now I have two of them that are running. So if I tap on this one, you can see the stop loss value and the take profit value, they are not there. Okay, but if I tap on this one, they are there because this is the trade that we have placed the second one. I have my stop loss value, which is 1.20305, and my take profit value, which is 1.21569. So now if in times that you have placed an order and it does not have these values, stop loss value and take profit value, so this is what you do. So you come to this order and then you swipe again towards the left side. You swipe, then you go to this pen. Okay, this is the pen, this is the icon. So this icon, you use it to do modification or edits. Likewise, you can also long press it and then go to modify. You can see now our stop loss value and take profit value are not set. Then you can write them down. So my stop loss value will be 1.20305, and then my take profit value will be 1.21569, and then I modify. Okay, if I tap on it, I can see now my stop loss value is there, my take profit value is there. If I tap on this one, now I have my stop loss value here and my take profit value here. Now I know we have talked about the pending orders, that is the buy limit, the sell limit, buy stop and sell stop, and we have termed them as pending orders. They are orders that you use, okay, or you place a market price, but they will not run immediately. They will run when the market price gets to where you have set your order. Okay, so that now allow me guys to do that in the next lesson, of course. If I can do a small recap, we have talked about the types of commodities that we are trading. We have talked about the forex majors, the forex miner. We are talking about the forex exotics. We have talked about the forex metals, that is XAUSD gold. We have also talked about XAGUSD, that is silver. We have talked about the stock indices, NAS 100, that is UT 100 roll. We have talked about US 30, that is US 30 roll. We have talked about German 30, that is DE 30 roll. We also talked about US 500, which is also known as SPX 500. We have also talked about agricultural commodities like tea, coffee, cocoa. And also we also talked about natural gas, that is US oil, okay, US oil royal. And lastly, we have talked about futures and derivatives, like for example EABL, Safaricom, Tesla, Netflix, and etc, etc. And we have said that they are known as futures because they have expiry dates. Now we also have talked about the chart. We have talked about the candlesticks. We have said that the buy candlesticks, let me turn on my flight mode. We have said that the buy candlesticks are found in three colors: blue color, white color, and green color. We have said that the sell candlesticks, they are found in two colors. We have the red color and the black color. And we have said if you are buying, you're expecting the market to go up. If you are selling, you're expecting the market price to go down. Okay, if you are buying, you're expecting the market price to go up. If you are selling, you're expecting the market price to go down. And we have also talked about how to place an order. We have said you come to the commodity that you want to trade, you tap on it, and then you go to new order. Let me switch off my flight mode so that I can do a recap on that. So I say new order. Let's say we are trading Euro USD. Now let's do with USD. So I tap on Euro USD. If you're using an Android, you'll see new order or open chart. If you're using an iPhone, you'll see trade and chart. It's the same. So I go to trade. Okay, then I can see the types of orders that we are talking about. We can see there's market execution, And also we have pending orders. If you want to see the pending orders, you tap on market execution. You can see buy limit, sell stop, buy stop. Okay, but for now we have talked about market execution because we'll talk about buy limits and we'll talk about the pending orders in the next lesson. Then below it, we have talked about lot size, which is very important in the part of risk management. You're supposed to risk the amount that you're willing to risk. And if you have already funded your account, risk at least 2% of your account, because in the events that you have gone on a loss, you can have money that is remaining to recover. Okay. And then we have talked about setting it. You can just set it manually. Then we have talked about stop loss and take profit value. Now, for the people that I provide signals for, okay, signals is telling my students or my clients when to enter or when to exit the market. That is basically signals. Signals is a small description. It will come with the type of trade that you enter in. If it is a buy or a sell, for example, a signal will come like, for example, let's look at wow, our trades are in profit. So let's look at XAUSD. So XAUSD will be like this. I can say buy XAUSD now at the current price is 1778. Okay, and then of course I'll provide the stop loss values and the take profit values there. So what you're supposed to do as a trader or as a person that is receiving these signals, now you go to MT4 and you do this, what we are doing right now. You can do a small one on XAUSD. So let's do this together. So now the order of course will be a buy on XAUSD. Our take profit value will be at 1782. This is just an example. I have not analyzed the markets fully. Okay, it takes a lot to analyze the market. Okay, and then I'll have my stop loss value down here. So in the event that you'll be watching this video, maybe you'll watch this video next year, maybe you'll watch this video next month, maybe you'll watch this video in the evening. The current prices that we have right now might not be the same because the market, we have said the market is always moving. Right now we are at 1778. The market might be at 1900. You never know. Okay, but I'm just using this for educational purposes only. So the signal will be like this: buy XAUSD right now at 1778. The take profit value will be at 1782. That can be our take profit 1. We can also have take profit 2 or take profit 3. Now, with take profit 1 will take a short time to be hit. Take profit 2 will take a longer time to be hit, as well as take profit 3 will take a longer time to be hit. But stop loss value will always be the same. So if you want to use all these take profit values, you will have to have 3 or 2 orders depending on the number of take profits that have been provided. You can have the first one with the take profit 1 and stop loss. The second one you take profit 2 and stop loss. The third one you take profit 3 and stop loss. Okay. So for example, if it is gold, you are buying gold at the moment. Now the current market price is at 1778. So your take profit value will be at 1782 and your stop loss value can be at 1768. Okay. Yeah. So we have talked about that. We have talked about stop loss and take profit value. We have talked about people that you're using Android. So this is what you do. On your left side, you have the value 0.0 value, the one that is underlined with a red, and then on your right, the one that is underlined with green. Okay, now the one underlined with green, you input your take profit value always, whether it is a sell or a buy, and then on the left side you input your stop loss value, whether it is a buy or a sell, always. Now if you are buying, you press buy by market. If you are selling, you press sell by market, and then your trades will look like this. Now they will be running. Okay, now in my next lesson I'll talk about what is exactly happening at this section where I'm seeing balance, equity, margin, free margin, and margin level percentage. I'll explain about that, and then we'll also look at the pending orders, that is the buy limit, sell stop, and buy stop. Yeah. So guys, we have come to the end of our lesson, and in case you have any inquiries, I'll give down my Telegram number right here, or you can reach me out on Instagram, Kafuri FX, and of course we're using the Kenya's #1 broker, FX Pesa. And I've said, if you want me to give you these hoodies or a cap like this or a t-shirt, use the link down here to create an account. In my previous video, and explained how you can open an account, and of course how you can link your account now to Metatrader 4. I'm guessing that we're in the same page. Okay. And in case there are people that are having trouble with with they are going to the MT4. You are placing your login value. We said the login value is the account ID, but it is not login in. It is saying authentication failed, authorization failed, or something of the sort. So this is what you do. So go log into your portal account. So go to Google or download the FX Pesa Trader app. Okay, so go to Google, search FX Pesa login. Okay, go to the first result, that is my FX Pesa stock FX Pesa. Click on it, go to login, go to my FX Pesa, input your email address and the password that you had set before. Then it will take you straight to the dashboard. So scroll down till where you'll see live accounts. Okay, so on the right side you'll see 3 dots, 1 2 3. Okay, press on the dots and then go to set trading password. Now use that new password. Okay, use that new password to log into MT4 afresh, and of course it will log in. Okay, so guys, and of course the link to open an account with my broker is down here below. Thank you very much. I hope I've made an impact on someone out there who does not know how to use Metatrader 4. You can go do practice. You can share this information with your family. You can share with your friends. You can share with anyone. So guys, thank you very much for 23 plus subscribers. And of course, we are supposed to be in a win-win situation. And when we get to 30,000 subscribers, okay? When we get to 30,000 subscribers, I will share another video. Okay? This is a promise. I will share another video on Forex. Guys, we are on a long journey. Let's get to 1 million subscribers plus. It is very possible. It is very possible. Nothing is impossible. So, see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for the love and support. Cheers.